What's up, guys? This is your boy James, aka 68J, coming to you on this, what is it? Good Lord. Thursday. And the first thing I want to make sure, guys, is my mic good? Because I had yesterday, it kind of threw me for a loop and I had to go back and watch my videos. And I'm like, is my mic a little bit off? Let me make sure. It looks like everything goes good to me. So if you guys can give me a confirmation that the mic is actually good, we'll go ahead and get this party started by recognizing the most amazing family on planet Earth, EARF. Guys, we got a hell of a show for you guys, and I got some video footage of some people that I really want you guys to listen to. That being, we'll get into that in a minute, but that being my man Mikkel and also Cornelius, I believe it's J or something like that. So we're going to get into that in just a second. We got one hell of a show. Silver Days XRP in the house. We got Operation Shutdown. Tony Bags. That's my dog. Appreciate you in a major way, Tony Bags. Who else we got up in here? Tiffany Serrano. Shouts out to Tiff and Gabe. Who else we got up in here? Thanks, Gary, up in here. Disco R1 up in here. Up in here. Y'all going to make me lose my mind. If XRP get to $100, let me stop. Not if, but when. Nesforce up in the house. That nice pump has 68J streaming early. Let's effing go. Well, I would give credit to that, but I actually got to go do some stuff, run some errands, pick up the wife's car. So normally when I stream at noon, I got some errands that I got to go run today. So I saw the price yesterday, and I thought about, I was like, should I go streaming today? I said, no, I'm going to give it till tomorrow. But yesterday we had a nice little pump, and then today it's been bada boom, bada bing. Richard Duffy up in the house. Good to see you, Rich. Big Watch Dude in the house. Good to see you, Big Watch Dude. We've got True Dukel. Good to see you, True Dukel. True Dukel in the house. DCA Crypto Dave. Good to see you, my brother. Sonny Unplug. Yo, what's up, Sonny? Good to see you, my man. Appreciate you guys in a major way. Thanks, Gary. I see you, bro. I think I got everybody up in here. All right, let's get right into it, guys, as we have one hell of a show. Market cap is what we're talking about today. $3.82 trillion. Good Lord, why is that happening? Well, we're going to get right into that. Bitcoin still doing its thing at 118. Now, for those of you guys that don't know a lot about cycles and how the bull runs work and all these type of things, I really think that we're getting ready to head into a bull run. Now, are we there yet? Hard to say, because we haven't seen no massive explosion to the upside. I think what we're seeing right now is certain assets just kind of getting to where they should be at. You see Bitcoin right now at 118,660, kind of capitulated a little bit, kind of some sideways movement. Ethereum right now at $3,400. That's big for that thing to be over 3,400, pumping harder against even more so than Bitcoin. Then XRP showing out at $3.25. Now, funny thing about it, 9 months ago, we weren't even talking about $1. 9 months ago, we were talking about 50 cents. I believe I said it was November 8th, 2024, and less than 9 months ago. What? And all of a sudden, 325. Where are all those haters at now? We're going to talk about that and much, much more. BNB, 718, guys. We got Solana right now at 173.21. We got Dogecoin doing the thing up just a tad bit at 21 cents. Tron, TRX, 31 cents. ADA got to 80-something cents. It's back right around that 79-cent mark. We got XLM doing the thing at 46 cents. Guys, some of these coins, when they pop, my God. I'm telling you, when things explode, Lord have mercy. It's about to get cray-cray. SUI right now is at 401, guys. We got Chainlink, that old stinky link, at 1702. What's up, Yasid? In the house. Yasid in the house. Good to see you, my brother. Shouts out to my man, who else up in here? Disco R1, good to see you, my brother. HBAR right now is at 24 cents, guys. AVAX coming in at 22.64. Shiba right now, 4 zeros and a uno. Or 4 zeros and 1. See, I mixed up that Spanish and English. I got skills. Good Lord, huh? D minus. Let me stop. Toncoin right now is at 318, guys. We got Polkadot. Now, this is how I can tell. For anybody who's been in this market for any, good amount of time, you can look at some of these assets like Polkadot. Number 22 in CoinMarketCap. So much going on with the Polkadot ecosystem. $4? Nah, bruh. Nah, we ain't in no bull market yet. That thing was at 56 cents just a little over 4 years ago in 2021. At 56 cents. So $4? Now, we ain't in no bull market yet. Uniswap got up to like what, 50, 40 something, $50. That's what Chainlink was right around that 50 something, $60. Yeah, we're not there yet. Aave right now is at 322, guys. We got Crow, if you didn't know, at 11 cents. Now, Crow in the last bull run was 96, almost 97 cents. So I'm telling you guys, we're on our way. Not yet though. It's good to see. I think it was, who was it that I saw? I don't know if it was Coach JV. It was somebody that I was listening to this morning. And it was saying, they were saying like some of these assets guys are just kind of getting set up, getting ready. But it's good to see we're not at a 50 cents XRP talking about, all right, here we go. Oh, wait, we're waiting for the bull run. No, we're starting at $3 and something cents. Good Lord, huh? That's a big ass difference. That's for sure. I know that's got a lot of y'all excited, huh? Doing the Tootsie Rolls behind closed doors when nobody can see you. Just in case you fall, let me stop. ICP right now is 557, guys. We got OKB at 47.13. You see a lot of pumping up over the last week. With some of these assets like Algo right now, up 53.77%. What? Good God. 29 cents for Algo. Gotta love it. Matic right now up 13% of the last week, 23 cents. We got Arbitrum right now up 20. So you can see a lot of these coins doing their thing. Are we there yet? We ain't there yet. It hasn't started. Could be. And I like what Mick will talk about, which is what we're going to be talking about here in just a little, showing you guys in a little bit. VTHO right now is at 2 cents, guys. We've got Trump coin right now at $9.84. That's a far cry from that $75. World coin right now at 109, guys. We got Atom right now, OG in the space at 478. Filecoin coming in at 266. We got Jupiter coming in at 53 cents. Damn, just was 2 for $1. Fart coin, we need to talk about it? I don't think so. I just leave you with this. If that gets you rich, God bless you. Flare, don't you dare sleep on Flare at 2 cents, guys. We got QNT right now at 113. We got STX Stack, just like the song we play here each and every day by Crypto Tail, Stack It Up, featuring Bags and Blockchain Monkeys. We got XTC right now, guys, at 7 cents. I'm telling you, things are happening. 7 cents. Optimism. We got a whole lot of it right now at 70 cents, guys. We got, let's see, Dog with Hat, Monkey with Scarf, Skunk with G-String. There you go. Whatever coins you got, God bless you. We got IOTA right now at 22 cents, guys. We got Theta right now at 84 cents. Jasmine doing a thing at 1 cent. Gala make you want to holla. I don't know if at 1 cent, but it'll get there. Sandbox, Metaverse, 31 cents. Whatever happened to the other one? I can't think of it right now. It was Sandbox and it was, I keep getting caught up on that damn thing. Sandbox and Decentraland. There you go. So what happened to Decentraland? Fell out that top 100. And we've got coming in at number 100, guys, BTT. Oh my God, I haven't seen BTT for a while. That's 6 zero. That's 6 zeros and a 6. Huh? I tell you I know Spanish. I got like a D-. I felt bad when my teacher was like, aren't you part Puerto Rican? Shut up, lady. I'm drinking coffee. Good Lord. Ricky Ricardo in the house. Ricky Ricardo. I was in a local Bitcoin commercial 2012ish when it was 50 cents per coin. Damn, what? I had no clue what it was and took fiat instead of the BTC for payment. Thus, I will not miss the XRP train. Wow, Ricky, what a hell of a story. You did a Bitcoin commercial in 2012 and they offered to pay you oh my God. And they offered to pay you Bitcoin. That's kind of a hard one though, especially when you need that money. I can see it. It's easy for people to say, I'll take Bitcoin. Because the guy who bought that damn pizza didn't realize it was going to blast like that. I'm sure not if he knew where it was at today. Fact, he'd like, let me go get my checkbook. Because back then you could write check for pizza. You could write, you could get pizzas with checks back then, back in the day. All right, guys, let's get right into it. We got a hell of a show. We got a hell of a show for you guys today. Huh? Let's get right into it. All right. Owning 1,000 XRP. Now, I saw someone say this, and I do believe this is the case. Owning 1,000 XRP will be hard for most. Is coming up, guys. You got to understand right now. They said the average American could have kept themselves out of bankruptcy if they had an extra $500. And by the way, guys, how does the mic sound? Does the mic sound okay? Did I get anybody saying the mic was okay? Let me look and see. Can I get an okay or sounds like trash or something? Can you guys let me know if the mic is okay? Come on, family. Come on, family. Stay with me. Okay, somebody said sounds good. Nest Force. Okay, thanks, Nest Force. Thank you, bro. I had to go back and look up. Okay, thank you, my brother. So it's crazy, guys. When they said an extra $500 could have kept most people out of bankruptcy. So when you look at right now, 1,000 XRP will cost most people, or right now cost you $3,020. Is it $3,025 or $3,250? $3,250 to get 1,000 XRP. For something that you could have got, just 9 months ago for $500, something like that. So guys, I'm telling you, it's and it's about to get crazy, huh? Operating shutdown though says hell yeah, let's go. All right, Mike sounds nice. Thank you, thank you, brother. Okay, so guys, I posted this the other day, but I said this is going to hit so different. You guys remember when we were posting this at like matter of fact, there are some earlier ones where we were posting like XRP at 50 cents now, $5 later. XRP at $2.10 now, $10 later. Just the other day, I put XRP at $3 now, $10 later. And hey guys, look, there's gonna be more and more things come out I agree with this, and you don't have enough. But again, that's not financial advice. But at some point, we're going to see XRP at $10 now, $100 later. Just wait and see, guys. Things are changing, and we're going to talk about that and much, much more. Enjoy. This is our moment. This is our moment. And I love what a digital asset investor had to say about this right here. It says USDC is not the only stable coin fully regulated. RLUSD is ready to play. Digital asset investor DAI said it's not Circle. It's always been Ripple. The elephant in the room has been intentionally ignored for a decade. The game is about to change. They ignored us until they couldn't. Everything's about to change, guys. If you guys want to listen to this, we got too much to go into every little video, but we're definitely going to play some things for you guys today that I want you to check out. Now, I told you so just doesn't say it. It just doesn't do it, guys. I told you so. There's so many people. I know you guys have been going out there telling friends, family, anybody that can listen at 50 cents, at 40 cents, at 30 cents. Guys, XRP, I used to tell people all the time, and I would have friends debate, well, I'm going to go and get this stock right now. And one day when everybody realized that Beyond Meat, the meatless meat, and the Boinger, and I went out and got some extra, Oh God, I'm just saying. Let me stop. All right, guys. Before I move forward, let me just say this. We got some. I think I'm gonna go with the videos. Right now. I want you guys to hear this. Now, this is about 12 minutes long. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna play, but I definitely want you guys to hear this. DCA Crypto Dave, XRP all-time high incoming ETH, who will be number 2. Now, that's something I posted as well. There's a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, I believe it was Zach Rector. Let me see if I can find this. I believe it was Zach right here. He said, I'm gonna go back, but Zach says, I'm seeing mainstream trader bros, meaning a lot of trading guys now, talking about XRP flipping ETH. A lot of people who weren't even, when you look at it, guys. Now this is what's so crazy. Right now, it's still moving up. Right now, XRP is like 326, right? So when you look at the market cap, right, we got so a $6.50 XRP would double this up. So right now, because it's 14, you're looking at about an $8 XRP. $8. Now I'm saying if for some reason XRP could pop, something big, all these different variables that are out there with ETFs, with all these partnerships, with everything else that's in place, ISO 20022, what have you. This thing is not that far from taking over. Just over. I mean, literally, just if it can literally double, and not even quite, about double and a half, it, maybe somewhere around there, it would flip ETH. And so a lot of people are talking about that right now. Zach points this out, that he's seen a lot of people talk about that. But I want to show you guys this about with Mikkel. I think it's very, very important. He had a very important message, and so did Cornelius. And I watched both of these this morning. It might be a little long, but I think it needs to be heard. And we're going to stop and play throughout this whole thing to make some points. Here we go. My man Mikkel.
What's up, guys? Mikkel here. Had to make a quick video because of the price action we're seeing. Actually on vacation right now, but of course with XRP going crazy, there's a lot of excitement in the market.
It sure is.
Wanted to make a video breaking down exactly what I'm seeing.
Right.
So obviously there's a ton of catalysts around the corner. We all know about them. The Ripple SEC case ending, the ETFs, just a whole bunch of excitement in the market. We obviously just had a whole bunch of pro-cryptocurrency bills being passed that are going to be huge for institutional adoption. But I think people are pretty much making one very large mistake, and I'm very worried a lot of people are going to get caught up in this. So I really
pay attention.
Wanted to tackle that in this video. The big mistake that I see a lot of people making right now is this idea that we're just going to continue to have these 4-year cycles. Everyone's acting like it's a foregone conclusion that we're just going to continue to have these 4-year cycles where XRP goes up a couple $1,000% and then retraces for the next 4 years.
We've been talking about this on the show, guys. Everything is the same until it's not. Previous 4-year cycles were predicated off of a lot of hype, a lot of emotions, because what is TA initially anyway? A lot of emotions. People taking money in, taking money out, different things, causing the markets to move. But things are changing because we're no longer in a hype, right? This could, all those type of things. This we're in a factual cycle. A factual things are actually being adopted. Partnerships are being developed. The U.S. is going crazy. It wants to be at the forefront, which it says it is right now. Trump says we are at the forefront of this innovation. Everything has changed big time.
One of the things that I highly encourage everyone to do who kind of thinks this is going to
Okay,
be
you said turn up the volume on this. Let me see. Okay, hold on, guys. They told me to turn up the volume. Here we go. Is this better?
the way the cycles move, is to go take a look
Let me know if that's better. What is real matrix? Let me know if that's better.
at some of the early internet stocks. Go look at Amazon, go look at Google,
Is that
go
better?
on TradingView, go look at their early price data. And what you'll notice is a lot of these companies had very similar cycles to the cryptocurrency market. They went up a couple 100%, then went down a couple 100%, and just kind of acted in these weird waves of speculation. And the reason that
Guys, let me know if I just turned the volume up or not.
happened was because the markets were very
Okay.
retail
It
driven.
did. Okay,
People would
thank
get
you.
very excited about things, and then narratives would kind of die down, things wouldn't materialize as quickly as people wanted, and then before you knew it, right, everyone was talking about how the internet wasn't going to be an important thing, it was all a scam.
Right.
The same exact thing we're seeing in the cryptocurrency market. And one of the things that I do think a lot of people are going to get caught into is thinking there's some master of the cryptocurrency market.
Right.
Oh, it's just the 4-year cycle, right? Oh, you just count on the 4-year cycle, crypto goes up, then it goes down. It's super easy. This is essentially what happens every single time.
And that's how a lot of people get caught up going back trying to look at them. Oh, this is what happened in the past, and this and that. And not only is this not the case with this cycle, right? Because I do believe we're going into a hyper cycle, but it's also not the case with certain assets. Certain assets pumped crazy based off of speculation, based off of, well, quarter one, we're going to do it's quarter two, we're going quarter three, and we're part. And guys, a lot of these assets that maybe saw all-time highs, it's not guaranteed everything is going to go back to where they were at, because at the time that they were pumping, then it was based off of, hype and human emotion and certain money going into certain assets. But people are starting to get right now, utility is the way.
That line of thinking, in my opinion, is extremely dangerous.
Facts. Big Watch.
Essentially, once we got rules and regulations for the internet,
Yep.
once institutions started working with Google and Amazon went mainstream and Apple went gangbusters to
Yep.
selling iPhones, we had a huge change in the market. Rather than being in a time period that was driven by speculation on the actual stock,
Same thing that I just said right now. He's giving you the same analogy. We're not in a speculative phase anymore. A lot of things that pump based off speculation will not pump this time now. Smart money is going where change is going to happen. Utilities and various, where they see that these technologies are going to be embraced. Speculation, and it's not retail, guys. We're not the ones that are going to send a lot of these coins to the next level. Yeah. Some people will. Oh, let me go in and get Skunk G Street coin. But a lot of these utility coins are not going to get pumped to the upside because of us.
utility was driving these internet companies.
That's right.
So rather than being in a position where it was just investors coming in, allocating new capital, hype waves coming in, dominating things, we were in a position where large institutional flows and utility for these internet companies was driving long-term price appreciation of the underlying stock.
Now think about what he's saying. Why is Bitcoin at its price right now? Is it because of people like me and you? Huh? We talked about mainstream adoption for so long. A lot of these big companies, not like institutional as far as banking and the same type of adoption we're looking for XRP, but a lot of these, like your Michael Saylors, your Kathy Woods, your ARK Investments, 21, all these different companies are coming in and they're buying up these massive, amounts of Bitcoin and ETFs and all these different things around the world. And so that's why you see Bitcoin where it's at. But utility, institutional adoption, my God, that's a game changer. Shouts out to Janet Lopez, my mother-in-law. Shouts out to Big Watch Dude. Excuse me, my brother, you're right on point. Institutional money has totally changed the game. That's what Mikkel's talking about.
In my opinion, we are extremely close to that happening for cryptocurrency.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people are going to go and sell their cryptocurrency expecting this 4-year cycle that they think is just a foregone conclusion, and it's not going to happen.
That's right.
There's probably going to be a huge spike up for XRP, right? And then there's going to be a small retracement.
Yep.
And a lot of people are going to start calling that the top. They're going to say, hey, this is the top. We knew this was coming. We forecasted it. Boom. Get out of your cryptocurrency right now.
And I want to add to that, not only will we see this market move differently, I think the pullback for certain assets won't be as significant, right? So you might see a bull, like a bear market at some point, not we haven't even gotten to a bull, but you might see retracements at some point, and certain assets, those speculative assets hit hard, right? With those retracements. But then utility assets, because institutional money's coming in, these assets are being adopted and embraced. Those pullbacks won't be as significant because it's not emotional money. It's not we're emotional money. Retail is emotional money. Institutional money is not emotional.
And in my opinion, that's not the way it's going to be playing out.
Facts.
I really do believe things like these ETFs and institutions stepping into the market is going to cause a brand new paradigm for institutional inflows.
You're right, Ness Forster. He's about to get into what you just said right now. The floor is much higher. He's going to get into how, back in the day, people are like, oh, $5 to $10 XRP is possible. And then he's like, and then years pass, a $5 to $10 XRP is possible. And then more time comes, he's like, no, it can't be the same. Listen what he has to say.
And what we're going to see is tens of millions to hundreds of millions of dollars continually invested because so many people haven't invested yet.
That's right.
There is so much capital on the sidelines right now that needs to make its way into the cryptocurrency market.
Yep.
And right now we're in a position where that hasn't even started yet. This is going to take decades for people to get fully allocated. There is going to be so many inflows turned on that we've never seen before. And it's not just going to be the same people speculating on this market who have been speculating on it for the past 8 years.
Now, pause. Somebody out there heard what he said and got worried. It's going to take decades. And when he's talking about decades, God, he's not talking about for us to see $100 XRP or $500 XRP or $1,000 XRP. Hell no. What he's talking about is for this technology to be implemented and for the price targets. When you see some of these price predictions in the 60,000 and these numbers that Jimmy Valley and these guys are talking about, they're talking about prices that could happen down the line. This is when Mikkel's talking about like this can take years and years and years and years and years to happen. But understand that there's certain things in this next video that I'm going to be showing you guys that will get you to understand the value of the process, right? The process in holding that XRP. And we'll be sharing that in just a second.
It's going to be long-term flows. ETFs, financial advisors, utilities, stable coins, bonds, derivatives, all of this coming into the cryptocurrency market. And people who just are attributing this current price action and this current cycle to, oh, it's just going to be the same thing we've had before in the past.
Nope.
I really think that's going to be a huge mistake moving forward.
Me too.
Markets are never that predictable. It's never the case in any market where, oh, it just follows the same exact thing you've always seen before in the past and it's just going to continue to be that way for the rest of history. I honestly think some people think the market's just going to go like this and some predictable pattern for the rest of the time cryptocurrencies are around. And it's just not a realistic way to look at what's going to happen. Market dynamics change, new players step in, larger institutional flows. All of these things are going to have a dramatic impact on the cryptocurrency market.
And I want to add to that, guys. We're not talking about, remember, there's a lot of big money, millionaires, right? These huge companies that you can kind of see how it moved Bitcoin's price, right? Over the years, right? So when you look at the type of money that flowed into Bitcoin, and it's coming from all around the world, it's not the same type of money, right? When you're talking about these banking institutions, when you're talking about the numbers that Swift is, when Brad says 14% of what Swift is doing, those type of numbers, guys, can dramatically change the way that this asset moves with XRP, big time.
And every single person, especially the TA people talking about this stuff, just aren't taking this into account. I don't understand how you can have an $8 to $10 price prediction in 2018, in 2020, in 2021, in 2024, and then also in 2026, right?
Listen to what he's saying. It cannot be the same. So you're telling me we're at those same price predictions we had 4 or 5 years ago, and all these parts. So nothing changed when they acquired Hidden Road. Nothing changed, with all these meetings and all this adoption. Nothing changed when we heard part of the strategic reserve. Nothing changed with SBI. Nothing changed with 14% of. Come on, guys, pay attention.
How do the fundamentals not change where you think price action is going to go?
Facts.
We have. In 2022, I wasn't sure if cryptocurrencies would even be allowed in the United States. Now we have cryptocurrency legislation, we have institutional adoption, we have these ETFs. To me, it just doesn't make sense to think that things are just going to be the same that they were before in the past.
You almost have to be dead or sleep. You have to be like in a coma or dead, not to be sitting here paying attention. Even in our own country, a lot of other countries were already ahead of the United States when it came to digital assets, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, all that stuff, because of Operation Choke Point 2.0, all the ridiculous actors we had. But things have changed, guys. And if you look at all these Senate meetings, who was at the last Senate meeting? I'm not talking about for the Genius Act, Clarity Act, and all that stuff. I'm talking about the last Senate hearing with Brad Garlinghouse. Who was at the crypto summit? Brad Garlinghouse. Oh God, big. And what was this? Matter of fact, we're going to get back to what Mikkel's talking about here in a minute. But look at this rankings, guys. Look at. I mean, it's stuff like this. Altcoin Daily came out with this. Was it today? Yeah, this morning, 6 a.m. 15 top made in the U.S. A coins to know in 2025. Number one on top of the list, and it's never changed, and it's not going to change. XRP. It's not because Bitcoin is not made in America, and neither is XRP. Number one asset in the United States is XRP. Well, hold on, Joe Lumen. Go watch Fruition Productions. Go watch Fruition, Rig from the Start. If you don't, well, where's Ethereum in American-based coins? Go watch Rig from the Start. If you don't know, damn it, you don't know. One word, China. Let's keep it going.
Past. People always talk about how it's such a dangerous thing to say this time is different, and they'll try to counter some of the points
And I'm not saying ETH is not going to have this moment. That's not what I said. ETH will have this moment.
Making in this video by saying, oh, well, you're just going to say this time is different. But what's the counter to that, right? That everything is the same in every single cycle, every single year? Clearly, that's not true either. Ever since we've been out of the early cycle stages of cryptocurrency, things have always been different. We went into a DeFi cycle where large cap cryptocurrencies really didn't take off. We went into a cryptocurrency cycle where meme coins were going up and nothing else was moving.
That's right.
We've been in cycles where only utility was moving.
Yep.
The market is dramatically different.
I don't know if we've had a very big utility market yet, and I think that's what we're getting ready to go into now.
Than it ever has before, and that shouldn't be a dangerous thing to say. Why is that? Because the market's always going to be different. Things are always going to be changing.
Yep.
New players stepping into the market, more large institutional flows are going to change the paradigm we're investing into. In the same exact way it's happened in every single market before in the past, it's going to apply to the cryptocurrency market.
Now, I agree with that. We're going to move on to my man right here, Cornelius J. Cornelius Jones, I guess his name, brought up some really good points in regards to what are you going to do with your XRP. Very important, because during this time, guys, he made some really good points in this. I really enjoyed this. I've watched this brother over some time. Number one is I like his humility, because he doesn't sit here and talk like, well, I got this and I got that. And I mean, if you got it, you got it, right? But I love watching this guy because he comes from he kind of reminds me maybe where I was at when I had my kids in the house, and we were going through some things, and I love how he just openly says, man, look here, hey, I'm not there yet, but his mindset on how you should be thinking in regards to holding your assets like XRP, because he calls it out. He goes, man, a lot of people, the big mistake is a lot of people going to cash out. And so he talks about some yield and some different things. Now, I'm not going to play this all the way through because there's some things at the very end that I'm not going to promote. Like, I think he was talking about like some kind of network marketing type thing at the very end, and I'm not really into that, especially with crypto. But in regards to, meaning there's nothing wrong with it, been a part of the industry, but what I'm saying is just a message prior to that. Let's check it out.
Imagine you have 1,000 XRP tokens.
Yeah.
And XRP all of a sudden goes to $100.
And that's it, guys. Does that seem so crazy now? Does $5 seem so? We're not even. We need less than half of where we're at right now to get to $5. Matter of fact, $6 or $7, right? So, guys, I'm telling you, it's times are changing. Times are changing.
And now you have $100,000 of value in XRP. That can happen at the end of this year.
Now, I believe I want to go back because he said 1,000 XRP at $100 is what he said.
And now you have $100,000 of value in XRP. That can happen at the end of this year. What are you going to do about it? That's the question. What are you going to do with that $100,000 sitting in your account. Especially if you're the type of person who's never seen that type of money in any one of your accounts.
And that's what I love about this, brothers, because I've said this 1,000 times, you know, and everyone has to have their own plan. Because I've seen some people say some things like, and I'm not calling anyone out, but I've seen people, and I'm just going to keep it 100 here, guys. I've seen some people say, I'm going to hold XRP until it gets to $1,000 minimum. And I personally know that these people are struggling. I personally know that these people can't pay their bills. I personally know that these people going out there asking other people for money. So the point I'm trying to make, and I'm not, again, this show is about keeping it 100. That's why we talk about having a strategic plan. He even talks about it's okay to take profit to live. It's okay to, you hear Lewis Jackson's a big advocate of that, making sure you don't put yourself in a do or die position, because that's what really screws a lot of people up, is when you made the first right decision, you got into this asset. Regardless if you had to sell it, guys, if you had to sell some of your crypto, whatever it is, God bless you, and it was necessary at that time. So all this remorse or feeling bad and all that, man, F all that. No one cares. Look, this is your story. It's not my story. It's not Cornelius' story. It's not CKJ's story or Melissa's story or App's, story. Your story is your story. You got to do what's right for you. But a lot of us made the right decision in getting to this asset or into this asset class. Hopefully you didn't overextend yourself, whatever the case may be. The point I'm trying to make, guys, is that, you made the first right decision in getting in. Now, the next step is having a plan. And I brought this up many a times where I said a lot of times what's going to happen, people are going to get shocked. If you don't have a plan, you're going to get shocked. Like he said, even if you got 1,000 XRP, right? Even if you got 1,000 XRP, that thing hits $100. What do you do with $100,000? I talked about my daughter's boyfriend, my youngest daughter boyfriend has 50,000 XRP at 25 years old. 50,000, been in it for a long time. Dollar cost averaging all his paychecks, a lot of his paychecks into it. Obviously, he's paying bills and all that, works his ass off. But $100, what, it's like I tell that young man, what are you going to do when you look up and you got $5 million? $5 million off $100 XRP. So I love what he's saying. And he used a very, very low number at 1,000 XRP. But what do you do? What do you do?
If you've never seen 6 digits in an account at one time, which is the case for many people, right? It's definitely my case.
Yeah, Big Watch. Yeah, I agree. And I'm not here to, super cool dude. I know a lot of people do it, but I just don't think network marketing and, I heard the end of this thing, network marketing and crypto does not mesh. There's so many effing scams out there. So, I mean, dude, you're talking about somebody who knows that industry like the back of his hand. So, I was raised, my dad, and when I was like young, when my dad was around, I remember going to events. So I'm not crapping on the industry. I'm just saying that crypto and that industry does not mesh. Is all I'm going to say about that. Don't need to say it again. But his message is spot on. Let's check it out.
What are you going to do with that money?
That's right.
The answer to that question is imperative. We have to be in proper preparation for this wealth. And if you plan on selling some of that $100,000, I think it would not be the wisest thing to do. But let's keep it real. Sometimes people just got to do what they got to do, right? Everybody's in a different circumstance.
That's right. That's right. Facts.
For instance, let's say you live in abundance. Not only are all your needs met, but you have over and beyond what you need.
That's right.
Well, holding $100,000 for you is probably not that difficult.
That's right.
Because you already got about $700,000 in the bank, right? So holding $100,000 is no big deal. No big deal at all.
Right.
And then you have those, you're not wealthy, but your needs are met, right? Your needs are met. Maybe you have 6 figures in your account. Maybe you have 5 figures currently in your account. You're not wealthy, but you good, right? If any of
basically what he's saying is everybody's situation is going to be different. It's like I might hear from some people like, man, Jay, man, I need to pay this bill and I'm having a hard time. I need to sell some of my extra. I get those calls, guys. Trust me, I get those calls. If you guys, I told you guys to go to our Crypto for Life channel, go listen to some of these stories that I told about DANG, the stories of people losing almost everything. And some people lost everything in crypto because they just over leveraged themselves. So you have some people who are struggling. They need to pay bills and things like that. Then you got some people like my boy Mike. I mean, to put his business out there, he'll come, yo, Jay, and market dips. I just put another 50 grand in. I just put another 100 grand in. Everybody's situation is different. And that's what he's talking about.
emergency happens, you can fix it.
That's right.
You can take care of it. Everything
right.
is good. Your
That's right.
needs are met. And then there are those who are day to day and money gets tight sometimes and struggle
Been there. And I love his humility here too.
sometimes. And we worry about how certain things are going to get done sometimes.
That's right.
And there are many of us who are in that situation, and we are holding on, waiting for XRP. Can't wait for XRP to do something, right?
My man said, do something, and it's doing something. But I love the next part of what he talks about.
And so, whichever category you're in,
Right.
you just got to keep it real. If you're in the category where you barely make enough to get your needs met, explain to me how you have $100,000 in your crypto account. What are you going to do if you're in a situation where, oh snap, the car just broke down? You have to have.
Yeah, and again, I'm not gonna get too much into a Big Watch dude, but I do believe that a lot of times when you're in that situation where you're doing things that some people may or may not like, I can't crap on that industry. I've been in that industry, but it was a different time in my life. What I will tell you is that some people are, he pretty much really said what he said, and that is some people are in the check to check, trying to make it, trying to get by. So obviously he sees another opportunity, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody said his message is golden. I know people who've given me and I'm not talking about him, but I've got uncles who've given me incredible information, and they're broke. I know people who have brilliant mindsets, and I wouldn't do anything they're doing in their personal life, but he is actually a good dude. So don't hold what I said, or don't hold the last part of his message against him, because everyone finds, he may say, in my spare time I do this, and whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You can't crap on somebody's situation because you may or may not see it. At the end of the day, his message, his mindset is golden in regards to crypto, especially when it comes to this asset. He's super bullish on XRP. But Big Watch dude, I definitely understand what you're talking about, my brother.
Have a car.
Shouts out to Sly Fox.
You need your car.
Beekeeper69, good to see you. I'm sorry for stopping this, guys. I'm gonna let it play through.
You have $100,000 in your crypto account.
Yep.
What are you gonna do if you're in a situation where, oh snap, the car just broke down?
It
you
happens.
have to have a car.
Amen.
You need your car.
Amen.
You have kids. Everybody got to go different places.
Amen.
It's not an option for your family not to have a car.
Right.
Your car breaks down. Now you
Right.
have
Amen.
to spend money, and you don't have it
Amen. Amen, Tiffany. Amen to that, sis. I agree with you 100%.
in your account. But you got $100,000 in crypto.
Now, this part right here is what's so important, guys, because, and again, I'm not telling anyone's business, but there's people that have contacted me who have been in this position where their crypto account has been over 100,000, but their bank account is not there, and they're holding on for dear life because, and I got to pause right here, guys, because there's so many people, guys. Look, there's so many of us out there that have big dreams, extraordinary dreams, the vision of where this thing, because you see it. And if you're sitting on 100,000 right now in crypto, or 10,000 or 20,000 or 50,000, whatever it is, 5,000, I don't care what you got in crypto. At the end of the day, you understand if this is adopted, and if, what these guys are saying when you see Jimmy Valley, if you guys get a chance, I'm telling you guys, go listen to why some of these evaluations are crazy. I mean, some to the point where you can't even fathom the numbers, like Jimmy Valley was talking in this video right here. You guys remember this one?
To those future cash flows. I think he went to, bear with me, I kind of was looking at this. I want to say he went out to 2032 or something like that, and then discounted all that back. Let's see, I'd assume that, I guess, we had kind of maximum penetration onto the ledger by 2032. So
yeah, I think that was what we published in the appendix.
Now, if you guys, these guys are freaking brilliant. I love having conversations with Max Avery, Backdoor, and Jimmy Valley by phone. And these are my boys. I love talking, because when people say these things, I want to know why. I want to know how. I want to know what you see. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a financial analyst or advisor. I don't have a certain skill set that some of these guys have. I'm good at what I'm good at. I'm good at numbers. I'm good at common sense. I'm good at doing research, right? I'm good at dreaming, right? Position myself. But I've had these conversations like, come on, man, you said 60-something thousand. Explain that to me. And they've explained it. So, guys, go back and listen to these videos, man. I don't do this stuff and have these interviews just because I want clicks or like. I'm not making crap from YouTube. I'm going to keep it a buck. I mean, I do make money, but it's wipe my ass money. I'm going to be honest with you. So at the end of the day, I'm not in it for that. There are some people in it, and that's okay. But crypto's been good enough for me. I don't need to do that. The point I'm trying to make is that it's there. The information is there. So going back to what I said, if you're in a position, like he said, where you got, and I've had this happen where people said, Jay, man, I got $100-something thousand, man, but I can't pay rent. I'm about to lose my car. I gotta move, or whatever the case may be. You got to do what's in your, and I told several people, bro, look, it don't make no sense to lose your house. It don't make no sense to lose your, it doesn't make no sense to stress your family out. It doesn't make no sense. And I get it. You like, hey, I'm trying to hold on, but you cannot like hold on to the rail of the Titanic, go down with the ship. You can't do that. And so this is what I love what he's talking about here. And the reason I showed that Jimmy Valley video, because if you see and understand where it's going, what you have is enough. It's just whether or not you've over leveraged yourself and whether or not you got to take some out to survive. So I love what he's saying here in regards to having to pay bills, whatever. That's real, guys. That is real. And don't feel bad about it. And I had so many people call me up that feel bad. I said, stop. Like, dude, how much is enough? Go back and listen to Lewis Jackson. How much is enough? How much do you really need?
Your account. But you got $100,000 in crypto. What are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do?
Shouts out to Ivan Hernandez. Shouts out to Art Caffeine. Shouts out to Two Bless. Anybody else? Sly Fox, that's my dog, man. Appreciate you. Much love, Sly. I think I got everybody. Okay, let's keep it going.
A lot of people would do what they have to do, right, in that situation. And eventually, unfortunately for some people, they may be in a situation where I had to take some of my XRP.
That's right.
I got to take a little bit more.
That's right.
And $100,000 of value goes down to $90,000.
That's all right.
$90,000 of value ends up getting down to $85,000.
And that's okay.
Now $85,000 of value. Now you're down to $65,000 value.
But I told several people who reached out to me, take what you need off the table in order to live, or find something else you can do. So it could be either or. Like, I know people's like, man, F that. I want to start driving Uber, or I start doing this and that. If your dreams are that big, then let your hustle supersede, or let your hustle meet your expectations. Right? So if you're in a position where, man, oh my God, I got to go out there and find a different hustle. Go out there and figure out how to do more, or take some off the table. If you're like, I'm just stretched, I don't got no time. Take some off the table and just understand because a lot of times when people in that position, I think they've over leveraged themselves. And it's okay to say, man, I got 10,000 in crypto and 500 in the bank, or 100,000 in crypto and 1,000 in the bank, whatever it is. At the end of the day, guys, make sure you're okay, because if not, it's going to stress you out. It's why people's emotions get the best. It's hard to have a plan when you're desperate. It's hard to have a plan when you're desperate. And that's why you never want to put yourself in that position.
And your XRP is just slowly being chipped at because life keeps happening. And you don't have enough in your account to cover it. And XRP ain't mooned enough yet.
Are you talking about, Big Watch Dude, are you talking about, I never understood why they took so much heat for that research? Is just info and no need to trash home, because are you talking about Jimmy Valley? Is that what you're talking about, Big Watch Dude? Because if you're talking about that research, brother, you're right. They got so much crap for that VTHO evaluation, but it was done so well. It was, and when they came back and did the reevaluation, like they did the hardback, right? The paper version or what you can go online, the digital version, you can go online. And I don't know if Molly or Jimmy, I'm sure they got it somewhere on their sites. I posted it several times myself, where it's like a total breakdown, like an index full of information on why they came up with that original number, which was like 37,000, something like that. Then they came on my show and they talked about it the first time. That was like maybe like a year or so ago. Then they when the rig from the start, the rig from the start, the War on Crypto came out by Fruition Productions, they actually contacted me. Molly was the first one that contacted me and said, Jay, I've been talking to Jimmy. We love your interview process. We think you're one of the greatest at it. Thank you so much, Molly. Love you guys, Jimmy and Molly. And they said, we want to come back on your show and do the reevaluation. And so they did. And this one was at a 60-something thousand or beyond price point, predicated and based off of information and certain things that they saw that were in place. And if this happens, that happens, going into like, and this is before Brad even said 14%. So if God knows, I'm sure Jimmy probably wants to come back on and have another evaluation. So yeah, I understand what you mean. They got a lot of heat from that. And it's just because, you know what it is, guys, people can't see something that is bigger than them. And for the people who do have money and hating, if you think about this for a second, most of the people who are in Bitcoin, and I'm talking about the ones that we know, I'm not talking, because most people who got like, you might have like the Da Vinci J's, one Bitcoin for $1, one freaking, okay, you got some people like that who are legends in the Bitcoin, which is really what you guys have the same opportunity to do. He just got it early, and he got into Bitcoin early, and it gave him the capital where this guy's like a freaking billionaire now, right? You got some guys like Carl the Moon, those guys who have turned around and hated on the assets like XRP and others. They won't even recognize certain assets like XLM, XDC, but because, that's a little bit of that maxi in them. But the point I'm trying to make is a lot of the people that are in Bitcoin today that we're listening to, like your Kathy Woods ARK Investment, which I think I did read Kathy ARK Investment's story. She started getting into Bitcoin maybe like sub $10 or something personally, and I'm not sure for her company ARK Investments. But a lot of these guys like Michael Saylor, Larry Fink, a lot of these BlackRock and all, that was 25,000 and after. Right? So these guys weren't even early adopters in that sense. I mean, I guess you can look at it now, 120,000 damn near. You could say they got in early, but not early. So the point I'm trying to make is that you guys are early. You guys are super early into these assets. So I had another point, but I lost it right now. Let's get back to it. Maybe to pop back up. Yeah, Jay, I was talking about Jimmy. And yeah. They got a lot of heat over that evaluation, but they're just saying, and that's the point I'm trying to make. When Jimmy came out with all that at 50 cents or maybe even 40 cents for the first evaluation, it's hard because we didn't have a Jimmy Valley or VTHO Capital when Bitcoin was sub $1. But we did when they start doing their due diligence, and you got a lot of brilliant people that come into space and say, wait a minute, this thing was created to be better in every way. This thing has the potential of doing this because of what it actually does in the utility as far as what will be adopted. So their evaluation is predicated off of what XRP can do, which is not the same thing as Bitcoin by no means. And so what happens is they got a lot of crap because a lot of people can't see, think about Bitcoin at $1 and you're talking about 100,000. You know how many people thought they were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Matter of fact, the guy who bought was it National Pizza Day? The guy who actually bought pizza with Bitcoin, it was not $1. It was not $1. It was a lot less than $1. Right? So back then, do you think for one moment that guy probably thought, hey, one day we can, but did he think 100,000 when he was giving up that Bitcoin for that pizza? Hell no. So the point I'm trying to make, it behooves me. It really takes me back on why people can't see this incredible blessing that we have in front of us, which is what Linda P. Jones and Molly Elmore calls it, this incredible blessing that we had the opportunity, because so many people say, well, God, I wish I could have gotten a Bitcoin sub $1. I wish I'd have been around when Da Vinci J said one Bitcoin for $1. But the truth is, you probably wouldn't have made it. The truth is, you probably wouldn't have got your ass in because there was nothing else to reference to when Bitcoin was $1. When Bitcoin was $1, there was no other bigger Bitcoin. There was no other massive success story. It was just speculation, hype, and more negativity than anything. So the people who got in there, then I freaking salute them. The difference with XRP now is there's some people go, oh my God, I wish I could have got Ethereum at $50. Oh my, I wish I could have got Bitcoin. The truth is if you can't do it now, your ass wouldn't have done it then. And that's the truth. There's so many people now that can't even acknowledge that XRP has the potential of doing what Brad or Joe Cass and those guys said. It has to be at least $10,000. They can't even fathom that Jimmy. It's easy to call Jimmy Valley and those guys crazy. It's easy to say, oh, these guys are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. How many of the people who are billionaires now in Bitcoin were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Because their asses didn't see it. You know how many people right now, for every success story you hear about in Bitcoin, there are hundreds of people, maybe even thousands, who have regret, who missed it, who saw it when they saw it and didn't act. For every person who made it big, there's somebody that sold too early, didn't get in. And it's happening again right now. people badmouth, ridiculed, tried to look past all that stuff that was going on with the SEC Operation Choke Point 2 million. Oh, XRP, y'all are stupid. Y'all, and it was at number 6 still. It's like, y'all are stupid. Like, why are we down? And all of a sudden, all the stuff is happening. You look up and the damn assets over $3, right? 326. And you got, and where are they at now? The haters will hate at $5, which is not what, like $1.75, $1.74 away. $5, they're going to hate at $10. They're going to hate, and at some point, we'll have our own Bitcoin story. And I don't think XRP has to hit $100,000 to have a Bitcoin story, right? I don't think that's necessary. Because think about, there's 21 million Bitcoin versus however many XRP there's out there. I don't know the exact number anymore. But at the end of the day, we're not talking the same thing. I think $100 XRP, $100 becomes the greatest story. The greatest, because at that point, you can't hate. You can't deny. You can't go, whoa, what? Because at that point, for it to hit that number, that means something had happened. Something has to happen between now and then. Something. Whether it's Swift ETFs, whether it's institutional, adopt, whatever it is. I'm talking about something big would have had to happen for us to get to that number. And I'm not saying all at once. There's probably 7 or 8 things right now that could happen for XRP. 7 or 8 different things could send this damn thing up to, if they all happen at once, probably over $1,000. Jake Claver said it many a times. But I think at $100, that'll be our Bitcoin. Oh my God, where people are like, holy shit, I fucked up. I screwed up. Oh my God. That's going to be our moment. That's a fact. That's a damn fact. Let's listen in.
These are going to be real questions and situations that people are going to be faced with as we are watching XRP.
Yeah, I'm going to reach out to Jimmy Valley, Big Watch Jr., see if he wants, because I didn't reach out to him the first 2 times. They came on my show, but I think now I might, because he had told me about, when was this damn video? I'll tell you exactly when. Where's this video at? Okay, so they came back on my show 7 months ago. He told me about 4 months ago, he said, Jay, I got something big. And when I talk about it, I want to come back on the show. So he goes, it's something big. So I'm going to reach out to him today. I'll reach out to him today and figure out when he wants to come back on. Because he did say that. I was like, oh, what is it? He goes, I'm going to let you know. So we'll see. There's a lot that's changed in the last 4 months for sure.
Raise in value. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I believe that the very best option for XRP, the best end strategy for XRP, is to hold it long term.
Come on, listen what he has to say. I hope y'all paying attention.
And not sell it.
Okay.
But how do you earn income if you never sell it?
Right.
By earning interest. That's
right.
I think the wisest thing to do with XRP is to earn yield. So that,
and I believe that's the game changer, guys. That's the thing that's going to change everybody's life. Because I don't know how much XRP people have, but if you can earn yield, when you can earn yield, and there's some things that there's some things he says that I can't, because I haven't done my research, but there's some things he says that are coming. I'm excited about. He said there's some things in place right now, but I love how he explains. But at the end of the day, yield is going to be the game changer. Because man, even if you could earn an extra $500 a month off of your XRP, $1,000. Think about if you can just earn an extra. Let's stay with me here. Stay with me because I want to keep it very. Shouts out to Chaka Bartel. It's good to see my brother Marvin Davis in the house. Let's do this. Let's keep it very low. Let's say you had enough XRP where you could earn $100 a month at $3 and I don't know, 25 cents. And then all of a sudden it goes to $6.50 and your 100 turns into $200 a month. And then it goes to 13 and your $200 goes to $400 a month. Right? And then it goes to 26 and your $400 a month goes, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you look up and you're earning $5,000 a month passively off the yield, not because you have any more XRP than you have now, because the price continues to go up to the upside, which it will over time. And so that's what's got me excited about the space, right? The yield. Not when can I sell? Hell no. I don't sell a damn thing. I mean, everyone has their profit taken. I've kind of been there, done it. But yield, that's the part. That's the game changer right there.
that you don't have to sell your coins,
Yep.
and you can start making money
That's right.
earning on XRP. Well, I'm here to report on some yield options for XRP, and one of them is called DeFi lending out your XRP. We have an amendment that is coming to the XRP ledger called XLS66D.
Now, I don't know if you guys have heard this XLS66D. I'm not promoting. I'm just saying this is, when I heard this, I was like, ooh, this is kind of cool. Now, I know that there's some different things. I know I've talked to Jake, and my ears are like in some other areas as far as yield, and I'm waiting for the big players because for me, I need guarantees. I can't, and I don't know anything about what he's talking about, but as far as like earning yield, there's certain things out there, like I've heard of like Doppler, and there's some other thing that just came out on the Flare Network. For me, it's like I tell my wife and I tell my family, I've worked too hard to get to where I'm at, because here, and this is nothing against Cornelius, right? He's going to throw some things out here, and I think they're on point. But there's a lot of companies out there, guys, and you guys have to be careful that will wreck you, take your money. For every opportunity that's out there, there's somebody out there trying to have an opportunity to get your assets somehow. And I think it's going to, so, and I got nothing against Doppler or any of those other, I don't know nothing about them to speak on them. And I know everybody's like, oh, there's some things. But when I look at things like Link2 and some of these companies that have already screwed people, man, you have to be careful. So for me, I'm waiting for, like, if Ripple becomes, it's got to be something guaranteed. And I've done my research, and it's been stress tested, and it's the only way. But I do like the concept of some of these things that he's talking about.
And this is a lending protocol that is directly native to the XRP ledger. Now, we don't have a timetable yet for when this is going to be passed and when they're going to vote on it. However, this is something that is being trying to be pushed through as we speak.
I don't know if any of you guys know about what he was talking about with this, but it sounds good.
Passed and when they're going to vote on it.
What's it called again?
I think they'll start making money earning on XRP. Well, I'm here to report on some yield options for XRP, and one of them is called DeFi lending out your XRP. We have an amendment that is coming to the XRP ledger called XLS66D.
Yeah, okay, that part. XLS66D, I've never heard of it.
Be able to lend your XRP and get paid interest in XRP. That's key for me, because what's most important is keeping my XRP and keeping that appreciating value of XRP over time.
Yeah,
that is the most important scenario for me when it comes to how I choose to earn yield.
And that's what's so exciting about this, as these new things start emerging. And again, for me, it has to come from credible. It has to come from a credible source. Like, if Ripple did get their banking license, or it has to be something super credible for me to even consider it. But when it happens, can you imagine, like I said, earning $1,000 a month, and then you didn't do anything different, but then the price of XRP doubles and you got 2,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 per month in yield? That is, oh my, and all you have to do is sit back and continuously now, I'm not saying that things aren't going to go up and down, but as the XRP, XRPL and all this technology utility is adopted, my God, the sky's the limit on that yield, guys. That to me is exciting. That's how you're able to hold on to your XRP for years and years and even maybe decades to come. Very exciting.
On my XRP, I have to be able to keep that appreciating value over time. If I'm earning XRP in my, if the yield rewards is XRP, then that solves that. I don't have to worry about that.
That's right.
It's going to be whatever price of XRP is.
That's right.
Everything is based on the amount of tokens that you gave to be locked up.
Right.
Also, we have a third party, XP Finance. They also are building an XRP lending protocol on the XRP ledger, and they have a test net that is coming out third quarter of this year.
Now, again, guys, nothing he's talking about. I like the concept of what he's talking about. I'm not endorsing because I don't know any of these things that he's talking about. So, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, 68J put him on, so he must think. No, because if you like I said, there were people in the community that were telling me that to jump into Link2 and man, you can get shares and look what happened with that. And I hate to use that for anyone who's taken a loss. My prayers with you. But I had people in a very strong manner telling me, Jay, you got to, and I'm just like, yeah, and it didn't all the way make sense to me. And that's why I didn't move on it. And there's other things that I've seen that were here yesterday and gone. And so I'm very, because of those, those situations, I'm very leery, as you should be.
And it is not expected to be mainnet until sometime in 2026. If you're asking me, I believe DeFi is the best way to go for lending opportunities. The other way to go is using a centralized exchange like Nexo or EarnPark.
I never heard of either one of those, but he has some, some things to say about it, and he, listen to what he has to say. But I don't know if I've really messed with centralized because of, things that have happened, but listen to what he has to say.
These are centralized exchanges that you can utilize today. They are offering up to 12% on both Nexo and EarnPark.
That sounds good. Nina Blossom, how you doing, sis? But guys, make sure you do your research, do your own due diligence. I just like the concept of what he's talking about for sure.
Nexo pays out daily XRP rewards. EarnPark, you have the option to select either weekly or monthly, but they also pay rewards out in XRP. The only concern with me with centralized exchanges,
that part,
although these are probably two of the most trusted exchanges, FTX was trusted at 1.2, right?
FTX, Link2, facts.
If any of these exchanges go insolvent, you run the risk of losing your crypto.
That part.
That's one of the reasons why people are saying get off these exchanges. And if for those of us who are following this whole crypto space, who are of the belief of a black swan event, an event where the dollar is depreciating significantly, where they are resetting the system to introduce.
There are several things that could cause that for sure.
It's a new one. What might happen to some of these crypto exchanges in that time? Could some of them fall? Could some of them get hurt? We don't know.
Okay, guys, so enough of that. I want to make sure you guys listen to that. We're going to go back into what Mick was saying here.
And I just see so many people getting wrapped into this idea that they have this all down. It's going to be super easy. It's just like what's happened before in the past. Same exact thing all over again. In my opinion, you're much safer assuming things are going to be different than assuming that we are just in this repeating reality where nothing ever changes.
I agree.
So that's the first big thing I really wanted to talk about here. The next big thing I really want to talk about is some huge changes I think are coming on the legislative front. I don't think enough people appreciate how held back financial institutions have been from the cryptocurrency market.
That's right.
The fact that right now we are in a position, and David Schwartz and Brad are now talking about this a lot more openly and candidly.
That part. And that's the part, guys, that how you know things are different. When you look back 9 months ago and prior to that over the last 4 years, man, Brad and David and Monica Long and everyone over, they're very, very careful about what they said. Obviously, there was all this, this mystery to, what are the 1,700 NDAs and all the speculation. And now you see more than ever, David, Brad coming out way more boisterous, especially with one of the last comments he made just a week or two ago when he said 14%. XRP will capture 14% of what Swift is doing. 14 over the next 5 years. That is crazy. You can't even say that unless there's something that you know that we don't know. So that in of itself is exciting. Times are changing. That's what Mick was talking about. You can't have that same mindset of, well, a cycle, and then we're going to have this. Because sometimes, people, yeah. And you got to remember, a lot of these guys who are in crypto that are claiming to be crypto experts, which I don't try to act like any of that. I tell you, I got in, I lost my first investment, I've learned, I've done this, I've done that, and it resulted in this. And that this for me is life-changing. I'm not going to, because, people, oh my God, you're talking about yourself. Life-changing. But there's a lot of people who come in, and they act like they're crypto experts, and 4 years ago, they might have been working at McDonald's. I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, guys, be careful not to fall. Well, they said this and that. Man, do your research. Understand things are changing. And that's what I love in this message that he's talking about right now.
That financial institutions are now feeling like they have the rules and legislation they need to
What's up, Rummy G?
participate in this market, and that these financial institutions are now doing so because it's faster, because it's cheaper.
Rummy G. We're going to get back to Mick in a minute, but Romy G, thank you, my brother, for being here, and thank you for that. What's up, 6'8"? I appreciate what you do for this community. Romy G, the only way for me to let you know how much I appreciate you, my brother, greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. What am I talking about? Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family, XRP Army, VTHO, Good Morning Crypto, Mickle Mafia, all of the above. Greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. Romy, Crypto for Life family, this is for you. Woo!
This one, does it like it is. Got them switching gears, a Ferrari with the tens. On some bullet shit, start crying, start buying, getting bags. I ain't lying. Money multiplying, call it rocket science.
Just 9 months ago, we weren't at 326. We are at 50 cents. Man, if you don't know what you hold, wake your ass up. We're just getting started.
I'm so tired of this crypto control.
What?
You already know, banks ain't letting money go. Swimming in the dough, SEC gets exposed. Tomorrow's the day we gon' blow. I'll be better off when you selling at a loss, not caring what it costs. I'm buying when it drop.
Has anybody got a $3? Anybody got over a $3 dance? If not, here you can steal this one.
For the flip flop to the tip top. While you watching TikTok, on my new wristwatch. Hit that Vegas crypto meter. Hello, nice to meet you. Shower DAI like we do it all the time. Did a show.
All those people y'all talked to, and they didn't want to hear a damn thing you had to say 9 months ago. 9 months ago, November 8th, 2024, we were at 50 cents. Nobody wanted to hear. Are they listening now? Can you hear me now? If you can't hear me, damn it, hear this.
With Lady E in the bag, man, the next night. A moon party, so you know we had to take flight.
What?
So many years and there's still no cheers. If you're selling it, I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the movie? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing.
Come on.
Going back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one? Bag it up.
I got a question for the community. Where do you think we might be at XRP Las Vegas Meetup 2026? I'm just wondering, is it possible that next year in May, January, February, March, April, May, 5 months into 2026, is it possible that we're at like $20 or something? Good Lord. That statement just choked me. Mikkel, help me.
Openly and candidly that financial institutions are now feeling like they have the rules and legislation they need to actually participate in this market.
What?
And that these financial institutions are now doing so because it's faster. Because
financial institutions have been sitting on the sidelines. They've been like, man, we need something. Gary, man, we're scared of Gary and Liz. Wait a minute. Gary's gone. Liz don't mean nothing no more. Trump is in. America wants to be great again. We got the green light. They've passed bills. They said it's okay. Oh my God, how in the hell could you think things are the same? Wake your ass up.
Because it's cheaper, because it's more reliable in terms of auditability. Guys, these are the things that financial institutions are then going to want to invest into. For the longest time, the cryptocurrency market was moved by people like me and you.
Man, did you hear what he just said? For the longest time, the market were moved by people like me and you. A lot of speculation, a lot of hype. There's so many people who came into this market with ill intentions. So many projects that are no longer here. I can name off. You can go the big names like FTX and FTX with Sam Bankman-Fried and Do Kwon with Luna. You can go. We can go on and on about the ones that you know. But there's so many projects that were here yesterday, gone tomorrow. What happened to SafeMoon? What happened to this? What happened to that? All these companies that have come and gone. It was never about longevity. It was only about what could you take from people. How fast can you get it so you can put it? And then they took that money and got into what they really want to get into. At the end of the day, this is no more a speculative market. I would never invest in something maybe, no, come on, bro. And I'm not saying I'm not investing because I do believe in my 70-20-10. 70%. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go over to our Crypto for Life channel. Look at what I'm talking about. 70-20-10. 70-20-10. That means that 70% of my worth is in the main assets, the life-changing assets. 70% of my worth. 20% is up-and-comers. There's a lot of great up-and-comers. 10% are into those other ones like your Zebex and your, the ones that that could be 20%ers. And that's how I invest my money. Shiba used to be 10%. Doge used to be 10%. Look at where they're at now. So 10%ers can change everything. You guys will get a chance. Make sure you guys go check out our website, chicagocoin.com. Guys, make sure you guys go look and see all the amazing places you get information and acquire the coin. We got a lot of stuff going on with movies and much more, guys. And go over to @ChicagoCoin on X. Definitely appreciate you guys in a major way. Thank you for your support. Let's keep it going.
Because it's faster, because it's cheaper, because it's more reliable in terms of auditability. Guys, these are the things that financial institutions are then going to want to invest into.
Facts.
For the longest time, the cryptocurrency market was moved by people like me and you. People just watching YouTube videos, moving these things on hype sites. It's not going to be the case forever.
I've been around, man. I've seen those hype cycles, these Q1 and Q2s and Q3s and Q4s and yo ass ain't here no more. Shouts out to AV, shouts out to Lizard King, shouts out to Chaka, Fishing with Camo Joe. Good to see you guys. Big Bro 10, good to see you, sis. We've got Tiffany Serranos, Nina Blossom. I appreciate you guys being the most amazing family on planet Earth. EARF. Damn straight. Daniel, I see you, my brother. Let's keep it going.
And I don't think it's far off to say that this is going to be that cycle where things change dramatically.
I agree.
It has to be at some point in the future.
Explain to me what today is the same as it was 9 months ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. What's the same? Nothing. Nothing. And that's exactly what he's talking about.
And a lot of people thought it was going to happen in a previous cycle. It didn't. But now things are really much different when it comes to the rules and regulations and when it comes to actual adoption of this asset class.
We are here. It's been adopted. Guys, we're moving forward. This might be one of the most monumental moments ever when it comes to crypto. Ever. We had, Trump got elected. We had all these tariffs. We had that scared, this scared, that. But man, it's happening right. This is the moment. This is the pivot. This is that moment where everything changes. Everything has already changed. It is only going to get crazier, in my opinion.
I have the privilege of talking to people getting into the cryptocurrency industry every single day.
Listen to what he says.
New people who have never touched this asset class before.
Big money.
And these aren't new retail investors. These are massive investors. Very large, multi-million-dollar family offices, multi-billion-dollar enterprises.
Remember, Mikkel works with Max Avery and with Jake Claver, and these guys got their hands on a lot of stuff right now as far as on an institutional level. Big time.
Who want to step into cryptocurrency. And do you know what they tell me? They tell me for the first time ever, they feel like this stuff is legit.
That's right, Tiff, you got it, sis.
They've seen it before, they heard about it, they never batted an eye, but now that the United States government is regulating this stuff, they want in.
Now think about what he just said. Big money, multi-million-dollar players, big time money, right? Institutions, and we're not even talking about like banking institutions. That's happening. But a lot of these guys, think about what they did with Bitcoin. They wouldn't even touch Bitcoin until it got out of a certain phase, a phase of all the negativity. Once it got to 25,000, I think Michael Saylor said we had to see that. We had to see a lot of things be put in place. And I don't mean like from a utility standpoint, but just a lot of things happen to the price point. They all start jumping in. What do you think is going to happen? See, institutions they're not worried about getting XRP at 50 cents. They're not worried about, you're like, well, God, that would be smart if it was so damn smart. You don't think these big players saw Bitcoin at $1.10, 100, 50, or 5,000, 10,000? Yeah, they saw it. They saw it. It got their attention. But these guys are now sitting around going, okay, the game changer is what? What's that thing that's going to change everything? And a lot of these, like he said earlier in the video, a lot of these institutions realize it can be done faster. We don't have to wait days. The old messaging system through Swift is old. Brad Garlinghouse said the other day, I don't know where that video is at, but he said, I met with a lot of banks. They can't stand Swift. They can't stand that process. They're sick of it. He goes, all the banks that we're meeting, they're ready to move forward. They've been ready. What do you think the 1,700 NDAs? They've been ready. And that's what Mikkel's talking about. So when they don't need to worry about XRP. They're not worried about it at $3. They don't care about it at $5. They want it when everything is clear and they can pull the trigger. And they can pull the trigger, guys. And that's going to be the ultimate blessing because they don't care. Just like Michael Saylor didn't care about 25,000. He's like, man, we understand. Hey, we believe it's going to 1 million. You know how much money they're up right now? Do you understand how much money these companies like BlackRock and MicroStrategy and Ark Invest, you know how much money they're up now? And they got in at 25. They start dollar cost averaging at 25. And they're buying at 30 and 35 and 45 and 50 and 60 and 75. Michael Saylor made a comment the other day on this interview that he did. He said, I'm going to always dollar cost averaging the Bitcoin until we can't no more. Always. What happens when they start doing that with XRP? What price point? It's not right now. Regulatory clarity, everything is not, and that's what Mikkel's saying. It's going to take Years for that to happen. Years. And in the midst of all that money, the 14% of Swift in 5 years that Brad's talking about, Brad Garland, all this money starts coming in and all this adoption starts taking place. The question is, where will you be at? And in the midst of all that, as these yield protocols start coming out where we can earn money, my God.
This is the kind of paradigm shift where we're not just talking about this change in flows, right? We're not just talking about institutional adoption happening.
Yep.
We're actually seeing it.
Yep.
These things are taking place because material changes have happened to this market.
Yep.
And I don't think you can ignore these things when you're just putting out something like a price target. If your price target was $8 to $10 in 2020, it should be astronomically higher.
Astronomically higher. Listen what he said. If it was $8 to $10 in 2020, how in the hell can it be the same today? Are you crazy? Do you not understand? And the people who got it back then were ridiculed, like Big Watch Dude said. They were ridiculed because they saw past the mindset of the retail. Well, God, you can't. I mean, what's the truth here, guys? Why do some do you know why our family and friends don't listen to us? Do you know why they don't listen to us? Because if you've never had 100,000 in the bank, you sure as hell can't see $1 million. And if you never had $1 million in the bank, you can't even believe you could have 10 million. And if you've never had 10 million, there's no way somebody can tell you you might end up with $100 million. And you're trying to tell your cousin Pookie to buy XRP. But he ain't never had 5,000. I'm just being honest, guys. I got some cousins named Pookie. Damn it. So that's the part I'm trying. That's why when you see some of these interviews, people go out and they go on the street. Would you take? This is way back. I remember seeing interviews back in the day where they say, if this happened, would you take? If I offered you $100 right now, would you take $100 in Bitcoin or $100 in cash? Would you take $100 in XRP, $100 in cash? And people are like, I take the cash. I take the cash because they can't even fathom that Bitcoin would go from $1 to $100. You know how many people sitting on the side right now, sick as hell, and then gonna be sick as hell with XRP and some of these other amazing assets. Facts.
Knowing these fundamental changes that have come to the market. Now, if
you're right, Nesforce, they don't listen because they still trust centralized information sources more than their family. It's sad. You know what it's called, brother? Can I say what it's called? It's okay. Can I keep it 100, family? Can I keep it 100? I'm gonna tell you what that is. That's a financially slave-driven mindset where we have been programmed. We have been programmed to trade time for money. If I can go out there and trade my time for a little more money than you got and get a better house and a better car, well, damn it, I'm doing better than you. And that is not the key to becoming financially free. You're never going to become financially free, ever, building someone else's dream. Crypto, this amazing opportunity, is about your plan B, your opportunity to build your own damn dreams. And that's what it's about. For so long, and that's why our government's been getting away with all the stuff that they found with the USAID and all these different things where they were still because we trusted them. Our mindsets have been programmed that they love us and they're going to do what's best for us. Meanwhile, they're making money, they're lying, they're stealing, they're cheating. And as soon, the good old American way, as soon as America's top politicians found out or figured out, oh my God, this Bitcoin, shoot, we were late. What? XRP? And that's why they did. And then some of these people came in and said, we'll pay to play. Just like Linda P. Jones said on my show, we'll pay to play, like the old cartels. You want to play this game, you got to pay to play. Some companies did, like Ethereum. Joe Lubin, Vitalik, Ethereum Foundation, go watch Rick from the Start by Fortune Productions. And some companies said, I will never sacrifice integrity. We will never sacrifice integrity for growth. Never! They took the long road. They took the hard road. 125 million, another 50 million they got to give. It hurt. It stung. It cost partnerships. But at the end of the day, $3.28. I hope your ass knows you hold, because guess what? Crypto for Life family does. Woo!
Pull up in a spacecraft and bags on us. Get into them bags so them stacks on us.
Come on.
In the different bracks where they try to tax on us.
What?
Government some lies, but them bags blowing up. Spitting 16s, keep them bags stuffed up. Give you more game than your mainstream rappers. Told you get the bag, disconnect from the fuzz. Your favorite rapper clone, and he can't beat trust. Move.
You know what's so crazy, guys? I don't know how to start this over again, but you know what's so crazy? This is what you do. When people start calling you, when your family member calls you, you should have some kind of like radio device. And they'd be like, oh my God, 6'8". Oh my God, Big Watch Dude, Lizard King Daniel. Oh my God. Shouts out to my sister Erica and the Erica Garcia the Garcia family, Elias, Laz, and Paul. But when they call you and say, oh my God, CryptoLogic. Oh my God, Sly Fox. Is this what you're talking about? I'm not even going to answer. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my phone and put it up to the mic and play this.
You already know, basically let money go. Swimming in the dough, SEC gets exposed. Tomorrow's the day we gon' blow.
And I'm gonna go like, hello, you still there? Yeah, we still here. What was that? Oh, hold on. You're asking, you didn't listen to me then? Listen to this now.
I'll be better off from selling at a loss, not caring what it costs. I'm buying when it drop, waiting for the flip flop to the tip top.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Hello, nice to meet you. Shower DAI like we do it all the time. Did a show with Lady E in the bag, man, the next night. A moon party, so you know we had to take flight. So many years and it's still no cheers. If you're selling and I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is in illusion? How will it go when the XRP get the move?
Come on.
It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing.
Oh my God.
Which one? Bag it up. This one.
They didn't want to listen to you when it was cents, but their asses are going to listen when it gets commas. They didn't want to listen to the cents, but they'll listen to the commas. Wake your ass up.
Pull up in a spacecraft and bags on us. Get into them bags, some stacks on us. In a different bracks where they try to tax on us.
What?
Government some lies, but them bags blowing up.
Come on.
Spitting 16s, keep them bags stuffed up. Give you more game than your mainstream rappers. Told you get the bag, disconnect from the fuzz. Your favorite rapper clone, and he can't beat trust.
Oh, damn it, huh? Let me stop. Am I done with Mickle? Let's see.
Your price target was $1 to $2 in 2020, right? And now you're seeing these things, and now you're at $8 to $10, right? That's a different story, right? Because now you're factoring in some of this institutional adoption, some of these fundamental changes that have come to the asset class. But just take a think about it, right? How many people do you hear out there just repeating the $8 to $10 top? Oh,
still. There's people I've seen get in my chat, and they still can't get their asses past $10. Oh, it's gonna go to.
Okay, $8 to $10, boom, that's the top of the cycle. That should let you know right there that it's not the top of the cycle.
Nope.
The fact that so many people are going in and guessing that should let you know that is not where the top is going to be. In the same exact way they got it wrong in 2018, the same exact way they got it wrong in 2020, the same exact way they got it wrong in 2022, 2024.
That's right.
They're not going to get it right in 2025. They're not.
You know when it's going to be different, Big Watch. He said, I hate to say it, but some of my family are getting cut off. You know what's going to change is when your ass pull up to that family reunion and everybody's bringing chicken and you know, potato salad, and your ass pull up in that damn, you know, Mercedes Benz or whatever the hell the car is that you like. And then they're like, oh, this Big Watch dude brought filet mignon. He brought filet mignon. What the hell's going on? And you're going to drive off and they're going to see the back of your plate that says XRP. Good Lord.
Going to get right in 2026, right? There's just random numbers being thrown at a dartboard. And I've talked to a lot of people who have held Bitcoin in the very early days, Apple stock since IPO, Amazon stock since IPO, and there's only one regret any of these people have.
What's that?
The number one regret these people always have is selling.
That's right.
The number one regret.
And I love what what he says right here is a freaking bar. What he says right here next is a freaking bar. I've never met an investor that said, I'm so happy I sold early. My God, listen what he has to say.
Every single time is selling. Never have I ever talked to a single person who had a great investment who said, you know what? I felt really good about selling this 10 years ago. It's always that they wish they held more.
I've met so many people in crypto, so many people that got into Bitcoin early. I've never heard one person said, man, I'm sure glad I sold at $500. I met one dude made $500,000 and he sold it like, I don't know, like 5,000, or he got in early. I've never met anyone said, I'm so glad I sold early. Not saying that you don't take profit, but I sold too quick. So guys, that's what we're trying to talk about. And the reason I had Mickle's version of what he's talking about and also Cornelius Jones is because one guy's talking about recognizing the potential. One guy's talking about understanding what you hold and how everything's changing. And the other guy's talking about, look, I understand that life is hard. I understand that you might be in a position where you have to take some profit, but don't give it all up. Make sure you have a plan, because yield, earning money on something that the value, you can't even, when you hear these price targets, you can't even imagine the potential of these assets.
Now, is it important to take profits in
Yes.
low quality cryptocurrencies to improve your life and make sure you're doing better things and reallocating? Absolutely. I'm not telling you should never go take a profit.
Facts.
But if you have a game-changing investment, right, which I think a lot of people watching this probably
Not only a game-changing, shouts out to CKS, not only a game-changing, shouts out to Chaka Bartels, but a life-altering, a situation that may not ever, if not ever, ever happen again. We've never heard a story. I've never heard of a story like this from my mom, about my grandparents, about their grandparents, or about anybody else. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Because even if you go back to internet, how would they have made money? How? Tech companies, some of the, I mean, guys, I'm telling you, once in a lifetime opportunity.
probably think XRP is. We're not going to see XRP reach its full intended use case in 5 years.
Oh, God,
We're not going to see it reach that in 10 years. It's going to take a long, prolonged period for XRP to reach the mass adoption I think we're all capable of it seeing. That I think XRP is capable of achieving.
Agreed. We're going to move on, guys. Shouts out to my man Mikkel. Shouts out to my man Cornelius J that I showed that as well. So, all right, let's get into it. Let's keep it going. We got already an hour and 30 minutes. I ain't even gone through everything. Flip the switch. Just wait until the switch is flipped. That's the part. That's the part. All the, people, all this negativity, all this disbelief. What the moment that we have right now, guys, to all of you guys, I want you guys to embrace this. Next thing I'm going to say is validation. This is the validation phase. The validation about for what's happening here in the United States, what's happening with all these laws and regulations. It's the validation that the institutions need. It's the validation that investors need. And it's the validation that you've been waiting for, that so you can go back and tell, hey, because I know everyone here has got that phone call. Is it too late? Is it too late? What's the right answer to that? And that's really the way I answer that when people, is it too late, 6-8? Jay, I'm like, what you want me to tell you? The best way the best way you can answer that is for you to answer that. And the only way you can answer that is to go out there and do your research. Go out there and do your research. Go out there and do your due diligence, because if you believe $3 is the highest it can go, then no, it's not a great time to get it. Hell no. But if you believe in a fraction, if Jimmy Val and those guys are just 1% right, and it has a potential of hitting $600, not $60,000, not $6,000, $600, $600, then $3 ain't too damn bad. And if they are 10% right, my God, you guys are starting to get it right. You're starting to get it. Flip of the switch moment. We've been saying this for years, Zach. Zach knows. Now, this is kind of cool. XRP passed $5 AUD. $5 AUD. And I was like, hey, they never said it couldn't be 589 AUD. That's funny as hell. Top asset in America. Number one asset in America. At one point was number 2 and number 1 in the world. Is it on its way back? I think so. This is funny as hell. We got to get out of here, guys. I'm way over my time. This will be the case for many. This guy came out and Bobby A said, what the F, and start laughing. Crypto, is it Dial News, says Elmo is all in on XRP. And then this guy right here, Elmo says, I don't know what account this is. It says, just went all in on XRP. Now, I'm not going to say that part, but that was crazy. The F word, no. That was kind of fun. Everybody's going to be going all in like that. Okay, sheesh, trillion. Monica Long, this is a message from Ripple's president. As trillions of dollars of assets, bonds, stocks, real estate. Now, this part right here, guys, people don't realize a lot of stuff is becoming tokenized. You guys just heard like a week or so ago, something like that we just had this that came out where they're saying that people's crypto assets will be recognized for home loans. What? That your crypto holdings will be recognized now for home loans. Meaning you can go you might only have 1,000 in the bank, but if you got 100,000 in crypto or 10,000, 50,000, whatever it is, it will be recognized for your home loan. What? Monica Long again, Ripple's president, as trillions of dollars, not billions, trillions of dollars of assets, bonds, stocks, real estate, the list goes on, become tokenized around the world. You cannot overstate the importance of bank-grade custody and security underpinning these assets. Proud to have Ripple custody safeguarding in the Dubai Land Department's Dubai Land. The man. Dubai Land Department's real estate title deeds. What? Tokenized on the XRPL. No elementary task. Guys, come on, man. Come on, man. Do you understand? Do you get what? Oh, my God. You're early. We're so damn early. My God. XRP to the moon. That's the message. And the guys, I hope you guys don't mind me showing Mikkel and Cornelius J, because those are some really good messages from them today. This is huge for crypto investors. Bill introduced in Congress requiring lenders to consider crypto holdings when applying for more. This is it right here. I think I found it again, but this is actually like a week or so old. But a bill was introduced into Congress requiring lenders to consider your crypto holdings for when it comes to applying for a mortgage. What? Oh my God. What happens when that's the same thing when applying for a car or anything else, or a personal loan? Oh my gosh. Which you can already do right now. You can actually already go get loans against your crypto. XRP is on fire. This is just the beginning. Paul Barron says XRP is on fire. Just cleared $3 with a monster volume. MSI sentiment at all-time high. Largest breakout in months. Bulls targeting $4 plus as ETFs launch hype and institutional buys send Ripple to the stratosphere. Breaking news incoming. Get ready. This is Paul Barron. This is my brother who was supposed to be coming. He couldn't make it to the XRP beat up Las Vegas, but he hit me and said, Jay, I'm there next year. Okay, so make sure you guys go check out Paul Barron. XRP at $3 is the new 60 cents. XRP at $3 is the new 60 cents. Come on now. Y'all excited about 3, but it's going to be a time that we get to like 10 or get to like 8. Anyways, let me just keep it going. All right. Whoa, not as much as they said. Breaking, U.S. Marshals new report confirms the U.S. government only holds 28,988 BTC. It was previously estimated that the government held 200,000 Bitcoin. Somebody was selling. What? Just saying. Just saying. Kind of expensive now, but y'all can load them on that damn XRP. Things that make you go, My man Dom says, if that certain hype coin is so great, why is it down big when everything else is up big? Uh-oh. I think I know what he's talking about. Uh-oh. That's not good. He said, if that certain... Oh, what could he be talking about? I know exactly what he's talking about. That's crazy. He said, if that certain hype coin is so great, why is it down so big when everything else is up? It's kind of, I get it. All right. Everybody's entitled to the opinions. The beginning, crypto, XRP, BTC, the House vote passes to advance the 3 crypto bills. Genius Act, Clarity Act, Anti-CBDC Act, all in play. Okay. Here we grow, yo. So what's the scenario? Let me stop. Okay, Rip says French Hill just said live on CNBC that the House has enough votes. That's already happened. Let's see. Oh my God, what the F? These are the things that people who didn't buy XRP before the flip of the switch will be saying. Oh my God, what the F? Oh God, when the XRP switch is flipped. This is from my man Smoke. Shouts out to Smoke. He says when they flip the switch, the impact of this event will be felt across the entire crypto sphere. I believe so. I do believe so. I believe everyone's going to feel it. When they flip the switch on EDX Clearinghouse, it will be like opening a massive 16-lane superhighway for these semi-trucks full of cash. The impact of this event will be felt across the entire crypto ecosystem. That's a fact. Flip the switch. It's going to be big. Former boys, let's get it. Former boys, Crypto Clean House. That's my dog. 2 of my boys up in the house. Good to see y'all up in here. Exactly that part. Cobb says 589 is less than halfway. Guys, look, all that. It ain't never, remember at 50 cents, it ain't never going to hit 589. How about hitting $1 first? Huh? 589. Not that far away, is it? Time to lock in, baby. Huh? Time to lock in. Okay, there's something about Ripple. All right, guys. Okay, so November 4th, 2024. I even went back and found the date. November 4th, 2024, XRP was 50 cents, less than 9 months ago. November 4th, 2000, just let that sink in. Where will we be at 9 months from now? where will we be at months from now? So in 9 months, in less than 9 months, we went from 50 cents to 320, whatever it is right now, 320 something. Okay, I don't know how much of an X that is, but that's a whole lot. Like 7 times, 8 times. What happens if we do another 7 or 8x? Ever think about that? With all this, like Mikkel said, you can't have the same mindset you had 9 months ago. Everything's changed. What happens when we 7, 8, or 9x from here? Just saying. Just saying. Enough said. Ripple announces partnership with CTRL Control Alt to expand global custody footprint into Middle East, supporting Dubai's real estate tokenization project, which you heard Monica Long talk about that, for tokenized property deeds on the XRP ledger. Monica Long and Ripple both confirmed this above. It's one thing for somebody to say something. It's another thing for the president of Ripple and Ripple themselves to confirm. Oh my God. Right here. Look at this. Right here. Ripple as well. In a partnership with Control Alt and Dubai. Come on now. What? Ripple custody will deliver scalable and secure storage for Dubai land departments, tokenized real estate. Come on, man. Come on, man. You still talking about Stickum coin? You still talking about freaking skunk G-string coin? Huh? You still talking about what's got potential? Don't chase so much potential that your ass miss what's been setting up to explode for 4 years. I'm not telling you not to diversify. I believe in the 70-20-10. But this thing, what did Brad say? It's like a basketball being held underwater. This thing that's getting ready to pop, oh my God. Drop it like it's hot. Let me stop. Drop it like it's hot. Too much coffee. Y'all pray for me. Let's keep it going. What did Brad say here? Oh my God. This is the one I was talking about right here. When he said banks hate SWIFT. What?
We have north of $20 trillion going cross-border each year. It is fraught with error rates. It's slow. It's expensive. For me, it's a classic like Silicon Valley going up against the big behemoth Goliath. But it's so broken. I mean, when I go talk to banks, it's a beautiful thing for me because banks don't like SWIFT.
What the hell did he just say?
Beautiful thing for me because banks don't like SWIFT. Banks don't like SWIFT. Banks don't like SWIFT. Banks don't like SWIFT.
But I tell you what they do like. I tell you what they do like. They like Ripple. They like XRPL. They like their money in seconds, not days. Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family. Guess what? This is for you. Woo!
To a different code so they can't tax us.
What?
Golden passports, rocket ships like Buzz. We like years ahead of the herd. Like, they don't want you to get rich, but die trying. But I slid you to
Oh my God. That part right there is might be one of the most epic part of the songs. They don't want you to get rich, but die trying. Guess what? Too late. You can kiss my ass. Sets. Good Lord. Know what you hold?
like, they don't want you to get rich, but die trying. But I slid you the crypto list, so start buying. And I'll see you at the tip top when we start flying.
What?
Upgrade the shit, push a button, autopilot.
Come on.
Party all night, so we just keep flying.
So many years and it's still no cheers.
Come on.
If fear's selling, then I'm still all in.
What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How will it go when the XRP
get the moon?
What?
It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got them choosing.
XRP?
This one,
XLM? Come on now.
Here come the monkeys.
Go back to your family and says, can you hear me now?
We looking for that astro flip. Guacamole, I want the whole damn dip. I got my spacesuit on. I want the whole damn shit. And if we bring in any further, bust the whole damn clip. Now, we do our own research here. Over ledger on a t-shirt here. We in the jungle, I know. They like, monkey, how you see so clear? I did my homework, so he don't care. Yeah.
Guys, when someone asks me, Lord have mercy, 6'8", how do you go out and throw a $20,000 birthday party for your mother-in-law? I'm going to tell you how. Know what you hold.
Sitting on the ledger with the bag man. And I just
And by the way, she's up in here. Come on now. Crypto's been good to us. God bless you.
bought quant with my bad hand. A little Globians and XTC.
What?
And a little more XRP. We not playing.
Come on.
So basically we repping for the same set. Cause we was here way before the main net. Who would have thought that crypto tales would come together on a topic that we know so well?
Can you hear me now?
Music.
So many years and it's still no cheers. If fear's selling, then I'm still all in.
What?
What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the moon?
Oh, yeah.
That's amusing when you know that you ain't losing.
Come on.
Going back to go back, got 'em choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one? Stack it up.
Guys, we've been here for an hour and 43 minutes. I really do need to get out of here. I'm so sorry for taking so long. I ain't sorry for nothing, Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family, XRP Army. You want to know why? They need to hear this. Come on.
So many years and it's still no cheers. If you're selling and I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the mooning?
What do you do when you realize the entire time your freedom has been an illusion? They've been lying to us. Huh? That's why.
And how high will it go when the XRP get the mooning? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one? Bag it up.
Guys, there's more I could talk about, but we're going to get up out of here. I appreciate you guys in a major way. This is going to hit so hard. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Shouts out to the greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. Silver Days XRP, Romeo G is in the house. Romeo G is in the house. Silver Days XRP, Lizard King. We got Bradley. What's up, B? Good to see you, Bradley. Who else we got up in here? Ness Force, Chaka Bartels. That's my man, Paws and Pans. Good to see you. We got, let's see, Romy Rome. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for all your support. Nina Blossom. Shouts out to Nina and her husband, my homies. We also got Fuma Boys. Fuma! That's my dog right there. Fuma. Made my event so much easier. Thank you, Fuma. That's my dog right there. Appreciate you. Can't wait till next year. Who else we got up in here? We got C-Kez in the house. C-Kez! That's my dog. Crypto Clay, the one and only. Huh? The one and only. Ness Force, good to see you. Tiffany Serrano, shouts out to Tiffany and Gabe. Appreciate you guys in a major way. Thank you for all your incredible support. We got True Dukel up in here. We got Beekeeper69. Appreciate you in a major way. Shouts out to my beautiful queen, Jeanette. Don't know if she's watching this or not, but much love to my baby. My one and only, my tenderoni. We got Crypto Logic up in here. Good to see you, Sly Fox. Sly Fox up in the house. Erica Garcia, the greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. Erica Garcia and the Garcia family. Much love to Erica. Much love to Elias, Laz, and Paul. That's my familia. Huh? Who else we got up in here? O'Brien Moss. O'Brien Moss is in the house. Shouts out to Fishing with Camo Joe. That's my man, Pots and Pans. Appreciate you in a major way. Marvin Davis is in the house. Jay Henry is in the house. Big Bro 10, good to see you, sis. Big Bro 10 in the house. AV, I see AV. Huh? Who up in here? Nina Blossom, Big Bro 10. Anybody else? Hanging out with 6AJ on this incredible day. What day is it? Thursday. Incredible Thursday. Ricky Ricardo. Where's Lucy? Huh? Just asking. Ricky Ricardo in the house. Good to see you, my brother. Y'all remember that? I love Lucy back in the day. Ivan Hernandez up in here. Art Caffeine. Good to see you, my brother. Appreciate both of you guys and your amazing support. Shouts out to someone left me a virtual hug today. Who was that? I had to find that. They should say it up here somewhere, right? Somebody, how do you see that? Like, it's somewhere in here. I thought, was it? I thought somebody did. Let me get to the top, maybe to show me. Somebody left me a virtual hug up in here. Shouts out to mother-in-law Janet Loeb. Okay, so wasn't there? Wait, damn it. Wait. Oh, right here. DCA Crypto Dave with the virtual hug. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you in a major way. DCA Crypto Dave in the house with the virtual hug. Much love to you, my man. I appreciate you in a major way. XRP, all-time high incoming. ETH who? We will be number 2 in due time. And my brother, you are straight up right. Shouts out to DCA Crypto Dave, my man with the virtual hug. Much love to you, my brother. Big hugs to you, my brother. Appreciate you, my brother. Guys, with all that being said, appreciate you, love you guys. Until next time, it's your boy James, aka 6AJ. Peace. Greatest family on planet Earth, EARF.